Okay, so let's dive into the actual Notion Command Center. This is just going to be duplicating it and giving you a brief rundown of what Notion is and the power behind it and just everything relating to that. So you'll be watching this video right here, but I'm recording the video, so I can't really show it right there. So there will be a video right here on how to use the Notion dashboard. But you're going to go here, you're going to click duplicate the command center, wait for that. And this is what it's going to look like. Now, if you don't have a Notion account, I would recommend creating a Notion account. So you can just click try Notion, sign up for an account, remember your username, password, of course, all of that stuff. But the main things we're going to be using during this course are the Notion dashboard and the Discord. And then, of course, like your social media accounts and all of that fun stuff. But everything is inside the Notion dashboard. Absolutely everything. So once you click duplicate, one, you'll have to create an account, or if you already have an account, it will duplicate it to your account. And you can always come back to this and duplicate this whenever you want. And I will send updates whenever this is updated, because I'm sure I will have a better way of creating this at some point. But you've joined this, so you get lifetime updates to this. But as of right now, this has everything, absolutely everything you need for branding and content. Okay. So, when you duplicate it, it will duplicate to your actual profile. Mine's in dark mode. It looks all cool. But all of this is extremely important. Every single thing here. This is what we're going over throughout the entire course. All of this is systems that you use for branding and content, okay? It is under the unique lens of you, because you are a personal brand, right? This isn't traditional branding. This is my way of packaging up who you are, what your interests are, and displaying that value to the world through your profile, your content, all of that fun stuff. So feel free to take a look around, but these are individual pages, right? And then this will look better when it isn't super widescreen, but we're going to be going over each of these in different modules and different videos. And this all connects, right? Branding and content, I can't teach it in a linear way. It just doesn't work like that. Especially considering that people are at different levels of the journey. They're all talking about different things. It all interconnects. Okay. I want you to keep that in mind. It doesn't go in this order where it's like this. It doesn't go that way. So we're going to be jumping around here and there. And that's why I need you to take this slow. You can go through this and start to fill things out if you want to, but when the time comes, when we actually talk about these things in the modules, then that's when you come back through and you refine and you iterate. Now, that's one thing I want to touch on. As you've probably noticed, I'm very big on iteration. So whether you feel ready or not to fill out these sections when it comes time to, you have to fill them out either way to the best of your ability. So for example, in the mastery method, we're going to be writing out our interests. We're going to be writing out questions to those interests and everything related to that. Now, if you don't know what you're interested in, you have to just come up with the best answer, I promise, because you can't gain awareness of what you're actually interested in without trying something that you aren't interested, or you may be interested in right now, right? You just don't have awareness of what you can actually be interested in because you haven't exposed yourself to the information that shows you that interest area, because you haven't dove into an interest that comes prior to it. I hope that makes sense, and it should. And that just stresses the importance more and more and more of actually filling these things out and coming back and iterating and refining and making it better over your lifetime as a creator. You are going to be using this for the entirety of your lifetime as a creator. That's what I've built this for. It's productivity, it's branding, it's content creation. It's all of the above, and it will slowly get better and better and more valuable to you over time as you figure out what you are actually doing with all of this stuff. So one thing to note is that the queue is where you can write down any and all ideas. Okay, so this is where the queue is going to be, where you just have it ready to go in your notes. When an idea comes to you on a walk, when you're reading something, an idea comes, or you want to paste a tweet somewhere so you don't forget it, you can put it in the queue, because then from the queue, that's when you come in and organize it into respective places. right? So that's the main thing, is when you're going through this, now you know that you have somewhere to write everything down. But if you have like an idea that comes to mind when you're taking a shower or you're on a walk or something like that, then you come into the queue and you can write it down here under ideas. This is a running list of everything. Just if you think you need to write something down, just write it down here, right? Because then you can organize it into these, or you can organize it into its actual specific location. Now, if you have time, an idea comes to mind and you can organize it right away into this, or even like your weekly newsletter, or just something, a project that you're working on, or anything, right? Now that you have something to connect your ideas to, this is where you can come in and actually write it down and keep everything organized. So now a quick rundown. I would encourage you to just learn Notion as you go. It gets pretty intuitive. It's kind of daunting at first, but that's how you learn things. You dive in, you start to make connections. Once you hit a problem, you research how to do it. So the main thing that you'll need to understand in order to create is just the slash, right? The backslash. And then from here, you can create text, or you can just start writing, but you can create a page, a to-do list, headings, right? When you're writing articles, you can create a table, bulleted list, and you can play around with this. I wouldn't play around with it in this actual dashboard, but you can start creating things on your own and figuring out how to use it. That's the best way to learn, in my opinion. And then, of course, there's ample YouTube videos, et cetera, on how to actually use Notion. So you can watch a few of those if you have the time or if you want to do so. But we'll go over exactly what you need to do in this dashboard specifically throughout the course. So you don't need to worry about that too much. So once you have all of this duplicated, feel free to take a look around. You can start popping your ideas into the queue. But in the next module on branding, we're going to be going over mainly these and touching on these and just filling them out and making it very, very simple for you to create a brand that has depth, authority, authenticity, is growing, and creates room for impactful content, ideas that attract the people you want to attract. So with that, I hope you enjoy this so far. There's one more module on your first tasks, going through those tasks, and what was the other thing? How to best use this course before we get started on the full curriculum. So with that, I will see you in the next module, and I'm super excited to get this rolling. I hope you are too.